Everyone, give me a little more time.
Yeah, well, that's all well and good, Gandhi, but we have waited long enough.
Yeah, he's right. I got first dibs. That gypsy's gonna pay.
That gypsy's gonna make Joan of Arc look like a piker. He's gonna burn at the stake.
Yes, yes. If I cannot find out what happened to Igor before tomorrow, you shall have your burning. I do not think I can keep the townspeople away from the gypsy much longer. Still, if he is truly a werewolf, he will get no worse than he deserves.
That's right, Slick. That werewolf's gonna burn!
Yeah, we won't rest till we avenge... what's his name? Igor!
At the risk of being redundant here, death to the werewolf!
He is still missing without a trace.
Well, somebody's not keeping up with the program here. That's because the werewolf ate him.
Yeah, and then he picked his teeth with Igor's bones.
Nothing left but the hump. You do know what a hump is, don't you?
Well then, if the hump was left, where is it?
Oh, well, actually, I just made that part up. There's nothing left of poor old Igor.
I am trying to discover what has happened to Igor.
Hold it. We know what happened to Igor.
Yeah, and it's rough, I tell you. The werewolf killed him, okay?
The gypsy's gonna burn for this.
I keep telling you all, nothing is proven. Just let me do my job, please.
I'm telling you, I'm not gonna rest until that werewolf's been burned at the stake.
Yeah, I'm taking him home for kindling.
He's gonna be well done, if you'll pardon the pun.
Tell you what, we'll have the burning right here, right in front of the Burgermeisters. Are you with me?
Okay, that way the werewolf can't escape.
He will burn.
You know, I was the guy who put the collar on the little gypster.
You! Hans, baby! Come on! I was the first man to see him!
Yeah, but I was the one who grabbed him first.
Well, I'm the one who had the idea to tell you to grab him first. And I'm the one who realized that the gypsy smoked Igor.
Okay, I think we've waited long enough to toast marshmallows on the burning werewolf, if Igor were only still alive.
Yeah, right. If Igor were here, he'd tell you that the gypsy ate him.
Look, not that I'm not having a real ball here, but I tell you what, the gypsy's gotta pay, huh?
Igor was our friend.
Well, friend's kind of a strong word, but...
Yeah, but we knew him. We saw him. He was a gravedigger, okay?
Fair's fair. He at least deserved a chance to be buried in his own cemetery.
I could lose my lunch when I think about it, but rather that than having his bones picked by werewolves.
Okay, enough's enough. I'm painting a sign. Death to all werewolves!
Go home, all of you. I will take care of this soon, or you will have your burning.
Fellas, the only good werewolf is a dead werewolf, I always say.
Yeah, that gypsy should be wrapped up real good for what he did to poor little Igor.
He must be burned. I know it ain't politically correct, but it's the only way to kill a gypsy.
Dmitri says you all do not know what happened to old Igor. He may be alive somewhere, unable to get back to town.
Bull Pucky. If he were alive, a night outside town would kill him.
Yeah, And how do you explain that not exactly cuddly werewolf we caught?
How do you know that the gypsy is a werewolf, huh? Has anyone seen him change form?
How do you know the gypsy isn't a werewolf? I know he ain't exactly a rocket scientist, but he's not gonna change form while we're watching him, is he?
I don't know if I mentioned this yet, but we captured the gypsy ourselves, Yuri.
You told me that several times.
Hey, the little weasel was pretty doggone surprised when we nabbed him.
Yeah, he didn't expect us to be so strong, handsome, and brave.
Looks like those Thigh Master workout sessions really paid off.
Old Dmitri the Burgermeister has him locked up fit and proper.
Dmitri said that as soon as that gypsy turned into a wolf, he'd send us a fax.
Yeah, and he wouldn't even charge admission.
Werewolves are a terrible curse.
Yeah, even if the gravedigger survived, he'd turn into a werewolf by night. Ooh, that's spooky.
You know, it's a little hard to imagine Igor as a werewolf.
They sit a while thinking about a werewolf named Igor, and chuckle once in a while.
Phew. Boy, rather him than me, but I gotta tell you, that gravedigger must have faced a terrible death.
Oh, I tell you, it's rough. Torn to shreds by a ferocious werewolf.
He must have been scared to death.
I'll tell you, you should have seen us putting the collar on that little weasel gypsy. We were bodacious.
He couldn't get away from us. I felt like Eric Estrada.
Of course, it did kind of help that the Burgermeister grabbed him first.
There have been gypsies camped to the northeast of the town for many years now, and we have had no trouble from them. And that is quite enough of the subject. I have never seen a werewolf.
Well, what a surprise. Look, there are many things in this world you've never seen, Yuri.
Yeah, I mean, you've never seen a ghost, but you don't doubt them, do you?
Listen, you've never seen a rusalka rising from a lake, but that don't mean it ain't so, does it?
They all sit for a few moments, thinking about rusalki.
There are no such things as vampires in Mordavia, are there, my friend?
Of course not. You kidding me? Mordavia's a safe place to live, sorta.
Right, and garlic makes a lovely decoration over every window, and it's stinky!
Just because we find our farm animals dead in the morning, drained of all blood with only 2 puncture marks on the neck, everybody's gotta jump to conclusions. It doesn't mean we have vampires.
Ivan, drink your drink, buddy. I think your brain's getting a little crisp.
Such talk of imaginary werewolves only upsets people. They are more concerned about punishing the gypsy than with finding out what has happened to Igor. We are all worried about that gravedigger being missing. He was a good worker.
You tell them that the gypsy could be innocent.
Hold it a second, Perry Mason. If the gypsy didn't kill the gravedigger, then who did?
Yeah, I mean, what happened to Igor? And why is there no body remaining?
Listen, if you think the gypsy's innocent, how come you aren't out trying to find Igor's body?